We're doing it. Ready? Here we go. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Another episode of the Comedians of Entre Nos Live. You guys know my co-host right there, Orlando Leyba.
I really don't like that my head is always bigger than yours, bro.
What? Well, is it the angle of the camera?
I don't know. Oh, I just dropped it.
Hair like that was gonna do it?
Yeah, I think it did. How are you, Eric?
I'm good. I like the shirt. You feeling tropical? Is this the summer look?
I've been out in the world, so I felt like,
All right. I like it. I like it. We got a great show today.
What's up with you? You don't look well put together today.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Usually you're so well put together. Today.
Is it because I'm not shaving? What's happening?
Is your shirt ironed? I know it's a t-shirt.
The shirt is ironed. It's what's it, Heather?
You know what it is? Your background. You're not in the studio today. You're on location. I get it. I'm
reporting live. Just hello.
There you go. Yeah. 100%.
So I know you and I spoke a little bit. I know we spoke to Edwin about doing the show today with everything going on, but we decided to do the show sort of to bring some kind of levity and some kind of humor to people who, sort of need a mental break because there's a lot's going on, right?
Yeah.
And then nowhere are we trying to downplay what's happening or devalue everything that's going on, but we just decided we would go on and then talk a little bit about it at the end. I know we talked about it a little last week. You got the hashtags up, but we thought. Yeah.
We always find a way to get to it because no matter what, it's boiling. So we got to So
exactly. All right, so let's bring it on.
We have wonderful guests anyway. You booked another wonderful show. Who do we have?
I don't like your fake game show voice. You know her. She is the host of the Hot Pizza Ass podcast. Give it up for Erin Darling.
What?
Hey guys, thank you so much for having me. Oh, this is like, there we go. I don't know how to hold my computer.
What is happening? Why do we only have half your face like Phantom of the Opera?
I don't know. Why isn't it working? I'm trying to figure out how to get my microphone and my face in the shot, and apparently it's really, really hard. There we go.
There you go. Or you were really working on getting that plant in the shot. I get it.
You used to podcast. There is no video aspect. Now it's just.
I know. Now it's like I got to get used to it again. I just haven't been in front of a camera in a couple of months now,
room, I would put Tom Hanks behind me.
Are you trying to set up your set right now?
Yeah, no, because I have Tom Hanks is here with me.
Oh, not the real Tom Hanks.
Yeah, I always got Tom Hanks out here in these streets, dog.
You got to put the plant in. Yes.
It's all right. It's gonna fall, and then if it falls, then I'll get murdered.
I got a plant and a piñata.
Yeah.
I recently found out my dog is afraid of piñatas.
What? The piñata or the hitting of the piñata?
Like just this in general. Like I'll put this on the ground, and she gets so freaked out. Yeah, she's not used to it.
Well, there was a fly in the house the other day. I went swatting it around, and the dog just spazzed out. And I was like, all right, I guess he doesn't like that.
Non-violent dogs.
Let's bring in our other guest. He's one of the co-hosts of the American Wannabes podcast. Give it up for Jesus Sepulveda.
Thank you so much. Yo, I love it. Thank you.
There you go. Putting yourself in the most echoous room in the room. You're like, let me find which room has the most echo.
Yo, I'm sorry, it's a big place. It's empty actually.
I also don't like the way that you're shooting yourself from top, showing power. I don't like that. I don't like that.
A lot going on.
I like it.
Actually, it's backwards. When you shoot yourself from a top view, it's saying that you're humble. That is like that. When you shoot yourself from the bottom, you're showing yourself as powerful. So I get it. Actually, this shot fits you perfectly.
It's actually an old school MySpace profile pic. That I'm so used to that. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
I still got that. You just gotta look away. You act like the camera's not there. Just
look away. Like you're not gonna see this double chin. No, you're not.
Right. You're not. That's why I'm letting the beard grow.
Dude, Jesus is dressed like a CIA agent who's over.
Hey, man, hey, now you got to be careful. You gotta,
Jesus looks like he works for Blackwater.
Yeah, right.
I feel like before he did this right here, he had a newspaper and a cup of tea.
That's exactly what's going on. I'm trying to mature, man. It was that or this. So you choose which one. We'll go with this look.
Where'd you get that other hat at? A Neo concert? What is that? Shoot, what are you doing?
Yo, I'm a 50s spy, man. I'm a fucking spy in the 50s. You know what I'm saying? Orlando looks like he's in a library, man. Researching. Look at him. It looks like he's been studying.
There's a fish.
Yeah, for real.
There's a fish too. Look at my
fish. You got the Lay's.
Hawaii. He's trying to show off he's been in Hawaii. Look at that.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to a pool party.
Yeah, that's how you do legit humble brags. That's how I do.
Yeah, there you go.
Dude, Beto Duran says Jesus got that Huntington Park echo.
Yes, yeah. The bison food. Because I got bison floors. You know that little fucking tile floors? TJ floors.
Yeah.
TJ market, like a supermarket.
So how you guys been doing during this whole lockdown, during the whole quarantine?
I'm stressing out. I feel like I'm going crazy. I feel like people need to hear my thoughts. I can't live with my thoughts. I get crazy, man. I just feel like,
That's what Twitter's for, dude. You throw everything out there.
Yeah, for reals. You got to throw with the crazies, and it's just like, it's all these thoughts are in my head, and it's
I feel like we're about to see it break down right now.
I might just break down. You know what?
I got real quiet watching it happen. Like, hold up.
You guys see this is live. I'm like, I don't know if you guys want to do that. I'm gonna just say some shit. Can we cuss?
Yeah, you could cuss.
I would prefer. He says you can. I would prefer if you don't, because I know that you're extremely intelligent and you don't need to use those type of words.
Right. Sometimes yo,
what about you, Erin? How you been holding? I know you've been doing the podcast. I was a guest on the podcast.
Yes, you did such a great episode. I'm feeling like really sensitive. Like, are you guys feeling? No,
Erin, I saw the numbers. I actually saw the numbers of that episode that Eric was on.
Yeah, it was not good. No, I love Eric's episode was so.
She almost lost her Cash App sponsorship.
Nice.
Who needs Nielsen ratings when you got Orlando ratings? They're not good.
Eric's episode was so cool of the podcast because it was like he drew a lot of parallels from what it's kind of been like being in lockdown and like the state of fear kind of to what it was like during 9/11, which was so interesting because, I grew up in California, so I didn't really have that same experience of what it was like in New York to go through that. So I think that like Eric brought some really cool moments. Like I was like, oh shit, this is awesome when we did that podcast together. You guys got to be on. I got to have both of you guys, Orlando and Jesus.
Yeah, I'm down.
So now, do you guys feel? Because I know stuff is starting to open up. Do you guys feel like the virus is over? Like, what do you guys feel? Because I know there's some people like I'm seeing like people going to the beaches. I'm seeing people going out. I've been on walks with my dog and my kids and stuff, and I see people no masks just acting like it's normal, and I'm like, this is happening.
Yeah. Now I'm still paranoid about it. I heard like 2 people that I like know that got it, so I'm just like, oh, now I'm like more like I feel a little bit more worried about it now.
Right.
But, this is real. So I ain't trying to. I don't even know how I feel about touring while this is going on. I don't even know if I want to do all that. Like even go to Texas. I'm like, I don't know. I'm still worried about it. I mean, I don't know about you guys. You guys feel like hitting the road?
I know O's talked about hitting the road again, and he's taking a whole tub of Purell with him.
Yeah, I take
system,
Yeah, I take Vapor Rub and a crucifix, and I'm good to go.
That's all you need.
I don't. That's all you know what I'm saying? I'll perform with rubber gloves on. I don't care. It won't be the first time.
Yeah, would you get up on stage with the rubber gloves and a mask?
Yeah. But the gangster ones, I wear like the all black ones, the ones that you use like for mechanic or to cut a barbecue. You get me? Just official, like
you want like what they did on trial.
Yeah. Like that.
Yeah.
There you go.
But there goes your 5 minutes right there. Once you start, you gotta talk about it. When you walk in, there's 5 minutes right there.
There you go.
Now, do you think all of this has made you guys just like a hint of germophobic? Like, I know I don't know how I'm gonna react the first time like somebody goes to shake my hand. If I'm gonna go, hey, I don't know.
Yeah, I was germophobic before, and now I'm like super, super freaked out for sure. And I'm thinking about it more. Just like I was germophobic, just like, you know, at a gas station when I was getting gas, I'd always put like the hand sanitizer after. Now I'm germophobic about opening doors, like like in my building, you know, like who's touched this?
One of the weirdest parts for me is recently I bought a bicycle off of Facebook because I'm for the people. Right, and I went and met the dude. He's selling the mountain bike, and I have on the gloves and everything. But then even with gloves and stuff, like after we did the transaction that I gave him the money, I went to go shake his hand because like a gentleman's contract. Oh, we're closing this contract, and then he was just like, no, and I was just like, you know, you're right. And but it did feel weird. Like, wow, we didn't. This thing might really go away, you know, which I'm okay with.
Yeah, I mean, I noticed like we started right after all this was going on. I started washing my hands. I realized how I wasn't doing that before. I'm like, I can't believe I wasn't doing this. Like, it just made me realize, man, I should have been doing this.
Yeah, I noticed before that you weren't.
Right? Yeah.
We're just talking washing hands. There's some people going to a whole different level. Check this out.
What do we got here? Let's make this bigger. Make it bigger.
If you stop yelling to me, Orlando, I'm going. Wait, hold on. Why is this not playing? Hold on. Look at that. I'm already having technical difficulties.
It's because you're not in the studio. Everybody understands.
Here we go. Why is this not?
It looks like a 70 porno, man. I don't know what we're gonna watch.
Hold on, what's happening here?
I don't know. Is he eating toast while he's driving?
What? Hold on. That's what I'm trying to that's what I'm asking. Like, where does germophobia stop for some?
Yo, I got low key excited on that. That's a 70s porno right there. I know what that is. I know those old tapes. I know those graphics.
There we go. Let's try this one more time before I give up on the share screen.
What is? Oh, whoa! Yo, for
what
real?
Is that?
Yo, for reals?
You know, sometimes you just want a snack while you're driving, and then he's off like nothing.
Wait, what was that? Is that like a corn on the cob? Like, what the hell was that?
like whose idea was that?
Yeah, I don't even know why he treated it like it was a penis, though. He was like, you know, just.
Yeah, that was like a really aggressive way to eat a snack.
Yeah.
Like, how hungry do you have to be?
Well, that's his jam, you know, his toe jam, but that's his jam, you know. That's what he was all about. He was with his lady, and he was like, "Let me get a little thing, you know. Let me get a little bit of these toes," and he got his toes.
He likes that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That was legitimately a foot?
Yeah, that was his lady's foot. Erin is so innocente. She doesn't recognize.
Yeah, I'm really sorry. I'm just like now putting this together in my mind. So give me a second.
Good for you.
Dude, I don't know about you. I get mad when I see somebody's foot on the glass.
Yeah, that bothers me.
Now this dude got foot in his mouth, just bam.
I remember giving a friend a ride, and they did that. They just straight up put their foot on the glass of the car. And then looked at me, and I shouldn't do that, huh? And I go, no, you shouldn't. A, you know, it's not my car. It's my car, not your car. And B, it's like, no, you shouldn't do that.
Was it a girl or a guy, though?
A girl.
Yeah, girls are the only ones that do that. I've noticed that. Like, I do. That's why, you know.
No,
but like,
no. I saw a guy legit in a drive-through with his whole leg up and out of the car, like like
drive through.
Yeah, like he was just like waiting for his to pull up to the speaker, and I'm like, what?
Just
are you that comfortable? Just airing it out, dude. Just airing out. You know what I'm saying?
That was a weird ass video, though, man. It looked like that girl's been walking around, though. It looked like they just got out of like the mall. You know what I'm saying? She's been or like
she got black on the bottom of her feet.
Yeah, it ain't no fresh foot. That was like that was half a day. That was half a day for right there. This guy's
yeah, dude, like it's so funny. There's so many people, and I'm not trying to make fun. But there's so many people into feet. Like I barely touch my own feet.
Yeah, exactly.
Like even in my house, I walk around in socks, and my wife's always like, "Oh, that's weird." I'm like, I don't even remember seeing my father's feet growing up. Like
you didn't want to. You didn't want.
No, but I'm saying, like I don't remember seeing feet so just casually out and about.
But that's definitely a certain taste that some people have. And I'm not gonna judge him for it, man. I let it be. I just, I step to the side and keep it moving. But he was trying to just get a quick snack. It looked like me, and I'm really hungry, and you handed me like a little bag of Doritos. But even though we're going home to eat, and I was just like, I can't. Just let me get a couple of fries out of the bag. Like that's what they look like. He was fiending for it.
Everybody got a good taste, man. He looks like the type of guy that puts pineapple on pizza. I don't know.
I love that though.
Of course you do. You look like the type too. I didn't want to say nothing. I'm glad you said it.
Wait, so none of you guys enjoy a foot massage? None of you? No one here? Really?
I get weirded out.
Look, massages are a woman thing. Like my wife loves massages. Like I don't like people in my personal space touching me. I don't know them, and then they're trying to be quiet, so they got to whisper in your ear. It's just uncomfortable the whole time. I'm uncomfortable just sitting on that table, just laying on the table, fully vulnerable, and I'm hearing sounds of bamboo. And I'm
no, I only 100% when my wife does it because I just trust her, and that's it. The other, you're very vulnerable in that situation. Like I've been to spas and we've done the couples thing, and it's like I don't feel safe here. Yeah. I don't know what's going on with her. She's right next to me. They got me in a little donut hole. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like it.
You don't know if you look like her ex and that's gonna trigger something. And,
yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Oh wow!
Yeah. I got a bad I don't really like.
You guys aren't on board with the massage. It's like kind of amazing. I walked out on a massage once. Once there was a massage that got a little too aggressive, a little too stressful, and I just walked out immediately. Like after like 10 minutes, it was super awkward, to be honest with you.
What made it aggressive? Like him? Was it a girl or a guy? Let's start there.
Okay, It was a girl. It was a girl, and I was very much in need of a massage. I was very stressed out. I went through a breakup. It was bad. And so I was like, I just need to like release. And then
you need all that acid out of your system.
Yes, get it out. And this girl just was going so hard in the paint, like right up top. Like in the first 5 minutes, I think if you get a really crazy massage and it starts getting crazy in the first 5 minutes, like you don't know where it's going to go in the next 45 minutes. Like you got to get out of there. So I just walked out and I was like, oh my gosh, sorry, I just cannot do this right now. But it was super, super strange because I was like, I've never been uncomfortable in a massage.
Really?
Oh my God.
Yeah, but that was like my red flag,
What if it was the woman who your ex was now dating?
You see, that's
I mean, you know how crazy that would be because my ex was in Atlanta and I was in LA. So if that was her, that would really be a twist.
Yeah, she drove cross country wearing adult Pampers.
Oh, that sounds like a Tyler Perry movie.
Now wait, how do you just got up and walked out, or did you have to like break up with her? Like, look, it's not you, it's me. I don't think we're good fit.
It was super weird because my clothes are already off and I was just like, I'm sorry, I can't do this. And I just like had to like stand up and like get dressed and like she walked out of the room and I walked out of the room. And it was just like a really, really weird situation, to be honest. Like not only do I feel bad for me, I also feel bad for her. Like that was probably weird for everyone.
So I have a question. Like, I never got a massage. So you got to be fully nude when you're doing it? Or
no,
in underwear.
Yeah,
if you're fully nude, you're
not a massage place.
Okay.
You're in the wrong.
Right. It should be my red flag. I should leave once she says.
If you walk in and they're all wearing almost like scrub uniforms, you're in a good spot. If you walk in, she's wearing fishnet stockings, and a hot, juicy baby girl shirt, that's not a legit.
Okay. Okay.
If you walk in,
if it's open 24 hours, if they never close,
oh shit!
you should never come.
If they gotta buzz you in, not a good massage place. That is not
okay.
If you see the owner of the Patriots walking in front of you, not a good place.
Not a good place.
Yeah. If it's daytime and there's no one in the parking lot, like the place I went to, not a good massage.
Oh, okay.
In there. Yeah.
I was gonna go to one, but I abort mission when that dude was outside smoking a cigarette, and I was like, nah, I don't think it's the right place. I'm out.
Yeah.
In all healthiness, I'm out, man. He didn't care about his body or anybody else's body, so I said, hell no, I'm out.
But I've heard some good reviews if you go to Whole Foods. At Whole Foods.
Whole Foods?
I don't know, there's something about getting rubbed down while you hearing the grocery. Boop, 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 and that guy's
Is that a real thing? Is that a real thing?
Yeah. At Whole Foods, there'll be a guy.
What?
There'll be a guy in a chair just waiting by checkout. And, you had a stressful day? Come in. He just goes to work.
Oh my God. I would do that because Whole Foods is the place that stresses me out the most. Every time I walk in there, I am significantly poorer. Like, I'm like, yeah, I need that massage actually. Like, I can barely afford this and rent.
I've never tried. I've been tempted to try the airport ones, like the new spas that they have at the airport by the gates. I've been tempted where it's like we did a connecting flight, we're coming back, or we've been back-to-back trips. And then I've tried, but I've never. It's that whole touching thing. I don't like people touching me. Period.
Yeah, and you don't know who that person is touched. They're just standing there like a kiosk. I'm just like,
yeah.
Right.
This is how Corona. That's how they're passing on the Corona at the airport.
Right. Right. Yeah, it just feels weird. I don't know if I would want to get a massage by a man and then making those moans when he's grabbing me, just like, I don't want to,
You're a vocal moaner.
If you just pinch me, hey, Eric, if you just pinch me, you're gonna get a like I'm very, very delicate. Like you don't want to touch me because then I just started making noises, and I ain't shy about the noises. I express
his legs start shaking like a dog.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
But I did do a massage chair at the airport.
The massage chairs are sometimes
I don't know. It was magical to me. But we had been flying for so long that day. We were coming across the water, and when we finally got to Montreal, we landed in Montreal, connecting to then come to LA. In Montreal, we just sat down in those chairs, man, and we thought it was magic.
Are you talking about those sharper image chairs where you press it and you just
and I forgot. I think we wasted like $15 just getting beat up by that chair.
That chair is such a good investment. It's like a one-time investment you can make money off of forever. Like the car wash I go to in East Hollywood has the same thing. You chill and like they have the massage chair while you get your car washed.
I hope you quarantine yourself after using it though for like 10 days.
I mean, that car wash got torn down recently, so I don't think I'll ever have to go back there and put my health in jeopardy. But yes, I see your point.
That's crazy. That's how I know I'm getting older too, because lately, every time I went before all this, when I would go to the mall and I would see those massage chairs, I would be like, that looks like a good idea. A great idea. Before it was just I'm trying to look, fly and get these shoes and the fit right. Now I'm like, I need a break. I need to treat myself.
Dude, when I was a little kid, I used to remember playing on those chairs, and in my head, I thought, oh, when you're rich, that's when you get this chair. Rich people, this is who buys these chairs. My father always like, oh, that's stupid. Get out of it. Like, but in my head, when I'm rich, I'm gonna have like 3 of these chairs.
Yeah, but I'll co-sign for it, man. Seriously, man. We had a long trip, and I did it, and it was just like we were both just exhausted, my wife and I, and we were just like, let's try that chair. And then she was like, you go. And then I tried it and I was like, oh, and she saw my face and I was like, you got to get in here.
You waved over?
Yeah, because it's not old, like the old school ones that just kind of like vibrate all over the place. This thing has like it feels like fist just. But it gets weird when it gets to your butt, though. It makes you question stuff like, oh, should I be on this chair right now? It was weird. It was very.
You just sit up. Instead of laying down, you sit up. You're like, all right.
Yeah. Just make sure you select the right massage. Is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
How expensive do you guys think those chairs are? I'm looking right now.
They're like $3,000 if I recall.
Yeah,
dude, you can get one for like $700. Like that's actually kind of a good deal.
Oh, wait,
yeah, that's the one that you build it yourself at the house. I don't like that one.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the Sharper Image one with all the different controls and stuff.
Right.
Sharper Image doesn't exist.
If you show me Walmart, I'm out. I don't trust that chair.
Sleep Galleria, baby. This one's for $2,000, and it looks like from space. By the way, if you guys are
now you're talking more than the right speed.
Literally like the future.
Oh yeah. Well, if you have that chair, you're canceling plans with friends. Yeah. Nah, man, I really gotta get home.
I actually got to use a portable one that you put in the car. And you connect it to your car, and you just, when I would do the road trips, the road gigs, and I would use that. But I think the little clip broke on me, so I couldn't turn it off. So I would just have to I had to pull over and just, take it out. So that thing was dangerous, man. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that at all. That was a big one. That one was a big one.
Wait, when you're doing like road gigs, or were you a truck driver? What is it?
Yeah, road gigs.
I feel like he was like, yeah, you're driving. Like, I'm getting a massage. I
was doing the road gigs.
Yeah.
And I broke the clicker.
Yeah.
And
I literally got a new steering wheel just so it can feel like a truck does. I feel more important, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like I got a 401k, you know what I'm saying? I got a good job, just trick my mind. It made me feel better. You gotta do that.
What else we got on the agenda for today, Eric?
All right, so on top of the lockdown,
what other videos? What type of videos?
On top of the lockdown, we are starting to see. I don't know about you guys. We had a 5:00 curfew here yesterday in Burbank. There's a protest going on, and people scared with rioting and the looting. But I have come across a lot of what the hell am I watching videos at these protests. Here, we'll look at this first one right here.
Okay, that dude has been waiting for that moment like his whole life. Like that just made his last decade.
Yo, Batman fans are the real deal. They don't mess around. These Batman fans are real.
Orlando, is that dude married or not? Because in my head I could see him. Hey, where's my costume? Where's the Batman costume?
Nah, man, this is how beautiful these protests are. That like everybody is welcome. You get me? Like, yo, you're in the basement of your mom's house and you're 40. Yo, come join us. We're down. You know what I'm saying? We're as long as you behave, you follow the rules, you're not spray painting stuff. Hey, whatever you want to wear, just come and join us. And it was like, yo, can I wear my Batman? Like for real. And they were like, yeah, you could wear your Batman outfit. And he was like, no, like for real. Like for real. And can I come out right when they pop the smoke bombs? When they pop the smoke. We prefer that you do it then. We prefer that you're not with us the whole time. Just if you could wait to that moment. And it was perfect timing, man.
That's perfect timing. Confidence right there. That's some shit only a white dude can pull off.
If you watch the video, my favorite part is that one of the other protesters walks in front of him and just gives him the nod. You know what I'm saying? Just like that's like, you're welcome, man, dude. You're welcome here.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. If I was at that moment, I saw him, I would, it's Batman. I would believe that was Batman. I'd be like, oh my God, thank you, Batman. Like I would really believe that's the man. That's Batman. He came to save the day.
Yeah, how many people you think stopped him to take pictures? Yo, Batman, come on, Batman.
For sure. Just that little clip right there, so you can see in their faces. They're just like, oh, I want a selfie. Yo, with my phone. This is the real deal.
I mean, I really hope not, because that's so detracting from what the protests are actually supposed to be about. But I will say this. I wanted to just drag him when I saw that clip. I was like, oh my God, who does this guy think he is? However, the most protected person there, from head to toe, covered, really. probably the safest at the whole protest. So he has got that going for him.
Yeah, I did slow the video down and didn't notice that was like the real deal costume. That wasn't Party City, bro. That was not Party City.
That wasn't that costume you get as a little kid with that plastic, right?
No, that was no. Like that dude's walking around, but he was legit uncomfortable. Like, wow, this stuff is heavy. You know?
It didn't tie back here. It was like a full suit.
Yeah.
No. He made that. He made his time in quarantine very useful. He was
very
all quarantine to pull that motherfucker out.
Dude, I do feel bad for the guys in relationships that come home to their wives or girlfriends. Like, where were you? I was at the protest. Yo, Batman was there.
Man.
Were you really at the protest? Yeah, babe, Batman was.
Man, yo, we should have went to the one in downtown. Batman showed up. Yeah, we run downtown.
So on top of again, a lot of WTF things happening at these protests, and I hate that looting and rioting was happening, but this dude took the opportunity during the looting to get, there we go, a little workout in.
Oh, of course. Oh, I see.
Right. This man in here working out. I know you lying. He is in Planet Fitness working out.
I got to get this person. That's good. I'll go get my phone right now.
Yo.
Okay. I mean, first of all, Planet Fitness is like $5 a month. Like,
Right.
He hasn't been there. He paid $5 last month. He's getting his money's worth. He said, you know what? I got to get it in.
They've been locked down. To a certain degree, stuff like that bothers me, like when I see it. But then there's that other side of me that kind of like, okay, I appreciate it from the point of view of it gives people a little bit of a release, because you can't just be tense all the time. And you walk by and you see this idiot, because really it's an idiot doing that, and you're like, man, you're an idiot. And it kind of like lets you breathe and catch your breath for a little bit, and then you might catch a picture of him and like, look at this idiot, and then you just keep it moving. You know what I mean? So
I will say, when I first saw the video, I was like, I'm going to assume that's one of my fans, and I motivated him to get that workout in.
Yo, man, I want to play. I played a different movie in my head. I'm picturing a man who's like curious, like, do I want to get one of these? Should I get one of these? Okay, let's see how this works.
Oh, you think he was testing out before he stole it? He's like, is this the one?
Yeah. He's like, I can do this. Okay, all right. He's looking at it one more time. I think I'm gonna get it. I think I'm gonna get that. Yeah, that's what I think in my head.
I can't believe that a Planet Fitness got looted. Like, what are they like stealing? Protein shakes? Like,
well, not the equipment.
You haven't been able to get hand weights online for a good 2 months. Like, I've seen people posting like, "Oh, I can't get weights." People who've never worked out in their lives, like, this is ridiculous. And I'm like, come on.
Shit. Yeah.
But Planet Fitness, actually, nothing got stolen but like drinks and stuff, because if they stole any of the equipment, like you'll recognize it right away. It ain't there like fitness and stuff.
It's
like, you're on Craigslist trying to move a bicycle that's purple, like a stationary bike. Is that a treadmill? Is that from Planet Fitness? No, I bought this on the shopping network.
Yeah.
Yes, dude. Some of the people looting have not taken into consideration how big some of the stuff is that they're trying to take. I don't know if you saw this video here.
Well,
that's an ATM?
That's an ATM.
Bruh. He said, what you mean by decline? Okay.
And here we go. Tries to ride the bus. No, sir. You're not getting on this bus with this.
Oh my God. Yo,
I never even noticed. He said we could split this money together.
Oh, dude, I love that he gets for real. That's what we doing for real.
Yeah.
Like, if your getaway car is a bust, you need to be moving smaller merchandise, like
Jesus.
Yeah.
It was like he didn't learn anything. He must have not seen the movie Barbershop. That was what is it? Anderson's whole character in that movie was the whole episode was him trying to break into a portable ATM machine.
Or Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
that was the worst. The darkest episode of Breaking Bad was the ATM.
Dude, I don't understand why he didn't ask for that bike thing to be dropped, to drop the ATM. Like, he thought he was going to up and sit in a chair with it. Like, this is right here. Me and this.
He's gonna keep his eye on his money, bro.
Yeah, man. That's crazy, man.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Now again, I don't, not devaluing everything that happened, but let's switch gears. Let's talk a little bit about everything that's been happening with George Floyd. I know Orlando's got the hashtags up. It's a very sad thing, but today we found out that they arrested all 4 officers.
All 4, yeah. The main officer got upgraded to second-degree murder.
Second degree. The other 3 finally got arrested, because I think that was one of the biggest complaints with everybody is like, these guys were there, they let it happen, and didn't at any point jump in to try to stop it. So now is this the end of the protest because this has happened, or are we still going to keep seeing these peaceful protests happening?
No, this ain't the end of the protest. This needs to keep on going. It needs to keep on going because of what needs to change is the laws. So right now we basically, as a society, we pressure them into making sure that these charges stick, and that like 3rd-degree murder, they could have found them guilty of murder, and then say, yeah, but he's never committed any other crime, so we're gonna give him 2 years probation and send him home. Right. With second-degree murder it's more aggressive. They can't just do that simple thing. But really, what needs to change is like the laws, man. This is I'm older than all of you, but all of you have, in somewhere in your memory, you said you saw on TV buildings burning before, meaning that this has happened before. And I've gotten to witness probably 3, 2 in the States and 1 in Dominican Republic, when the city has had enough. And this is just everything that's going on. Even the looting, man. Even the looting is part of it. It's part of it, man. You don't want the looting to happen? Don't let this other thing happen. Like, where did it start? How did we end up at looting? We ended up at George Floyd got murdered in front of us.
Now, have any of you gone down to any of the protests?
Yeah, I live right here, so it's right here down the street from me. I've been hearing the sirens stuff, the helicopters, and then it's like literally down the street. I'm right here in HP, so downtown is right here, like a couple miles away. So I haven't gone down to it. That's mostly because of the Corona thing. I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that. I protest through social media, and I'm when it comes to like the running, I feel like all that stuff. I know I would be the type that would like fall, get hit or something. I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to be around that, but I just protest through social media for sure.
Right.
That's how I deal with it.
Yeah, I'm in Hollywood. So the last 2 days here have been really, really crazy. The National Guard was here yesterday, helicopters constantly. I'll go up to the roof of my building, and like at any given time of the day, there'll just be like cop car after cop car just like coming in, from the valley into Hollywood. The other day I saw 30 at a time, just all coming, exiting off Gower. So it's been constant, all hours of the day, all hours of the night, just constant sirens, and it's really scary. It's a lot going on, and a little bit of looting, but it hasn't been too bad in Hollywood yet.
Right.
Yeah,
but you can definitely feel like there's so much tension going on. Like everything just seems tense. Like even if you see a police officer, you just there's so much going on. It's just like the tension is so weird. It's a weird vibe right now in LA. So I don't know how to like put it because I'm living it right now. So we don't know what's going on, but I can definitely tell you, from being right here down the street, there's tension for sure. You just can't see everybody's faces. Like you don't know what's about to happen.
Yeah. I was having the discussion with my wife because she, they did protests here in Burbank, and they always, they're always meant to be peaceful protests, but there's always those people that are opportunists and they try to go for the looting or try to instigate to try to, create some kind of, disruption to it all. Because we were talking about, my son, he's 7, and he's starting to ask questions because he's seeing these images and he's like, what's happening? He did learn about Black History Month in school. And I remember him coming home and asking questions because it was the first time he was self-aware of him being different. So we had the discussion with my wife. She was like, oh, would you like to take him to the protest to sort of see what it is? And part of me, I wanted to take him, but then part of me had that fearfulness of, I don't know who's there, and there's too many variables that could go wrong, and I don't know if I can protect them if something should go wrong. It's always that fear of I can't control everybody. Like when we do stand up, we can technically control the audience. Yeah. Somebody gets out of hand, bouncer, boom, gone. But now
energy in the room, for sure.
I don't have bouncers out there, and if something goes wrong,
yeah. Right.
But it was cool to see, like, he's asking questions, man, and he's asking why these people are protesting. Like, why are we protesting? What's wrong? And sort of breaking it down to him in his 7-year-old language of like, think about any time mom and dad ask you to clean your room and you get mad and you cross your arms and you do. I'm like, that's a protest. You're telling us you don't think it's fair that we're doing that to you. So people are protesting because they're not happy with the way the laws and the justice system is treating the Black community. And he's like, oh, okay. But dude, it broke my heart, man, for a little man to go, oh, so when you go outside, do you have to be more careful because your skin is brown? And I'm like, yeah, man, I do. And I know these questions are going to get more and more intense as he gets older. Yeah. Like, I thought I had time before I had to start breaking down some of these themes to this kid.
Yeah, but what's beautiful, I honestly believe, like, your kids, they're young enough. And their generation, the younger generation now, the 30-year-olds, the 20-year-olds, they're starting to switch it. This is the first time that in protests that I personally have seen the documentation that's being placed. Some people see it as annoying that everybody has their phone out, like they're making fun. Oh, the new Black Power fist is the holding up your phone. It isn't that. It's like they're documenting. So like you get to document like the anarchists, the guys that don't care. They don't really fall. They just want things to fall all the way down. And You see the guy breaking the windows. Some of those people, some of them could be cops. Mm-hmm. Others are just people that really they're not on your side. They're not on the Black Lives Matter side. They're just, oh, this is an opportunity for me to wild out, for me to dress in all black, completely all black, cover myself completely, grab a pick and go in the street and break down the sidewalks to turn it into rocks so we could throw it at the cops because we need to break down and shut down. People that watch too much Mr. Robot. You get me? Like those people. So, but this is the first time that it's being documented, where it's like before that stuff was never documented. And it was like, oh, the protest turned violent. No, a certain group of people went purposely to do that. There's certain places like the way that the media is covering it. And I worked for the media, and the line is, if it bleeds, it leads. You know what I'm saying? So if you're sitting down protesting and you just sit down and the cops are looking at you, you're looking at them, but you're sitting down holding up your sign, that's not that exciting. But like, for example, the protest on yesterday was all the way by the Laugh Factory.
Right.
But if you pull out with a drone shot or a helicopter shot down by the Rite Aid, they were breaking into the Rite Aid, which is blocks away. And they're saying, oh, there's looting and happening with the protest. No, the protest, if you really want to document it right, is by the Laugh Factory right now. The actual protest. This is a team of other people who are trying to take advantage of the situation.
Right.
So
it's
I
crazy.
think but it's all part of it. It's all, I do want to say it's all part of it. It's all,
that's my Rite Aid, by the way. I was so sad. That's why I get my prescriptions.
Yeah.
No, it's crazy.
It's open 24 hours. I get it. I understand.
Yeah, it's a good one. So I was like, oh, that sucks.
Even on the phone, when you see all these people like looting and stuff, and like I could just tell, like, there's so much emotions going on, so much energy, but they get worked up that they take the energy out on something else. Like he said, some people take advantage of the fact that everybody's riled up, everybody gets more riled up. They start seeing someone starts pushing, and everybody starts pushing. The cops are pushing, and that made people just to be like, what? They start breaking stuff.
There's documented already videos out there.
Yes.
One of our real good friends, producer Edwin Licona, is real good at putting up some of those videos. If you follow him on Instagram, where you'll see the line and they're just yelling at the cops. The cops are standing up straight, and then you just see a group that seem like they're together. They're very strategic, pushing the crowd forward on purpose. Right. They're like 3 rows behind, and they just come rushing, and they're pushing them against the cops. Or there's a real good video that's making the rounds. I love this video, where the guy was with a rock pick breaking the sidewalk, and the legit protesters went and grabbed him, snatched him, took his face mask off, and not that it matters, but it kind of does matter. And it's this white dude, gray hair, straight out of Mr. Robot, man. If you haven't seen the show, this explains a lot. And the legit protesters walked him over and gave him to the cops. Like, yo, because he was doing it right in front of the cops. And he's breaking up the sidewalk, so we pick up rocks in a moment of emotion, where when the cops start tear gassing and pepper spraying, you, in that moment of emotion that you just see, you need to defend your son, Eric, because you're out there. You pick up that brick and you throw it at the cop because it's accessible, you know? Right. That's what they're doing. But it's beautiful because it's being documented. The 2 girls over by the Grove in California spray painting the Starbucks and spray painting Black Lives Matter. And the black lady goes, yo, what are you doing? Why are you doing this?
Making us
like
look
none of us. Like, the protest is over there. Why are you? What? And they're like, oh, and they're asking the other people who are filming them not to film them. Oh, no, don't film us because they could ID us. Why are you doing this? Mm-hmm. But you're dressed in a uniform. You got your Doc Martens on, your tight Levi jeans, all black, your black t-shirt, your black mask, black hoodie, and black sunglasses. Because I recognize a uniform when I do. And I'm not saying a uniform as in they're cops, but they're organized. The people who are doing this are purposely doing this. They're not doing it out of emotion. They're not, Spike Lee and Do the Right Thing when he finally threw the trash can through the pizza shop, out of emotion,
Yeah, that's why I feel bad also for like some of the good cops out there, the real good cops that are standing in front of these protesters, getting yelled at, getting blamed for the bad cops. And they got to put up with this too. Like, they have to be in front of this too. And then they inside, they feel bad because from our point of view, we're looking at all of them as bad. And then they're the good ones that have to put up with. They just have to put up with this. But I think it's a good time and a good opportunity for those good cops to start outing the bad ones and be like, exactly. I want no part of you. I want this is a bad one. Yo, can we do something about this bad one right here? This is my partner, but he's bad. I ride with him 24/7. So I think right now it's a good opportunity and a big responsibility for those cops to start outing.
Yeah, there's plenty of stories where cops finally do tell on another police cop, like, yo, this guy isn't legit. This guy right here is bad news. And next thing you know, part of their little tactics is that cop no longer gets backup out in the street. That cop doesn't get looked out because they believe they're a gang, in a way. They're a large organized gang. And now they don't want to back up because, hey, you're ratting out. Well, you know how it is in these streets. It's but humanity's humanity. I remember seeing SWAT, and one of the lines in SWAT, the one with the new SWAT, was with Colin Farrell. You remember the line where they were going to ask a guy, but he never had any write-ups? Like, there was never any complaints, and he was like, I can't trust a cop who hasn't had any complaints against him. It's like, that's the type of, that line was probably written by one of the consultants, which is an ex-cop, you know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like, I believe we're in a time, guys, where this is finally, like, I'm excited. I feel like we're in a turnaround point. Like, this isn't gonna die out tomorrow because it's being so well documented, and we're even forcing the media to actually cover this right, man. Cover it right. This is why when people say fake news, not that many people stand up for you because you're still following these old rules that if it bleeds, it leads. That's
the beautiful thing about social media without the phones. We're catching the light. We're catching the light right in front of them, and it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, that guy with the bow and arrow, we caught that guy. That guy,
Oh
like,
my God,
yo, yeah, 2 African American males punched me through the window of my car. Dude, you were outside your car with a bow and arrow.
Yeah, and how different the narrative would have been if we didn't have those phones. And
If you could have matched that video, oh my God. Or like yesterday, I kind of got upset. I'm watching the evening news, and I see the package. I used to work in news, so I know a package. So they're doing the intro package, and one of the shots was an LAPD SUV on fire on the highway. I happened to watch the news the night before, and I know that clip because it's a powerful clip. It's an LAPD SUV on fire on the side of the highway. Had nothing to do with the riots. It was just that whatever happened electronically with the car car caught on fire. Nowhere near the protest or the rioting.
Right.
Wow.
Or the looting. This guy, the cop was probably on his way home. But that's the clip that they use in the package when they're just giving you the visuals. One of the visuals was that. And it was like...
So you're saying the news is sort of like a thirst trap. They're trying to find you.
They're trying to get those likes, man. They're trying to get those...
What's our burning cop car? Bring it out.
Yeah. Have you guys seen the influencer posts, by the way, that there's people are documenting influencers and social media people going out and taking pictures like in the riots and the craziness, like for a photo op? Like that's awful. Like what?
It's go ahead, Jesus.
No, real quick, I just wanted to say a lot of these influencers that they're literally living in their phone. Like they don't know real life. They've been so stuck on their phone. They've been so stuck on yo that they forgot what it is to be a real person. Like a real person wouldn't have the heart to post that. A real person would have been like, this ain't about this right now. It's about being connected with the people. Like this right here is crazy. That's crazy.
Yes.
Yo, that's wild. Man, by the way, she was not holding that drill right. That's not.
Yeah, she stopped to take a picture with the drill, handed it to the dude, and left. Now, I don't know if you guys followed up on that because when I saw that, I was furious. I was like, yo, she really did stop her photo. They found her online because the internet never loses. They found her. They had to shut down all her accounts because people started going at her like, what was wrong with you? How dare you? Because they caught her license plate. That's what. So they found her. All her accounts went dark.
Man,
wow.
I mean, come on. There's no explanation for that. That's too much thirst.
But that's the documentation, man, of it is beautiful, man. That's all. Even I'm trying to use my platform for as best as possible and show to you the stuff that it's hard. And Eric knows me better than most, but like. For me to put up these type of posts that like where it's a little girl trying to calm down her mom, and that sort of stuff breaks your heart, man. But you got to show people these moments. And I'm proud of like Jennifer Lopez came out, and she's out. Yeah, man. 100. Yeah, J-Lo came out, 120 million followers, and she put out good messages. Clap it up for J-Lo and A-Rod too. Congratulations, A-Rod.
Hey, Susan, Aaron, because I don't know if you've heard past shows. Orlando's had a beef with J-Lo and A-Rod. Like both.
I do too.
But it's just me. It's just me. They don't even know I exist. But
right.
No,
but
I don't exist either. But I've not been liking their quarantine posts. Baseball in their backyard and doing all. I'm just like, really, or working out at the gym when regular citizens cannot do those things. And I love J-Lo. I also really love A-Rod, but it does. They've been flexing their privilege a little bit during all this, and it definitely makes me disappointed in both of them.
Yeah, but now I must stay on a positive note. During the hashtag Black Lives Matter, they've been on point. I'm proud of them. For all the celebrities that still feel uncomfortable, I understand. Eventually, there's growth, and you figure out which way you want to do it. If you're mega rich and you don't want to say anything, but you want to back Black Lives Matter financially and throw your money at them and help them out, because it's a legit movement. That's something that's had to been explained to a lot of people, that Black Lives Matter is a legit movement, and you can contribute to them, and they're organized, they're incorporated, they're bailing out people that been arrested at the protests, and so.
Well, that's right. Like, back to your point on social media, like we saw the girl taking the picture with the drill and people going out there just for the photo op. Like, before I posted yesterday, because everyone was doing the Blackout Tuesday and posting the black squares. Before I posted that in my story, I urged people to go to the Black Lives Matter website, to go to the NAACP website, to go to all these different websites and educate themselves. It's not just about this little black square. You have to take some kind of action. Like, there's petitions up there of people like wanting these demands, changes to happen. And that's what that black square means. A lot of people just right away, I'm going to throw that black square, almost like Fire Fest. I'm going to throw it up. I'm done.
And some people made the mistakes. Either a fan or someone that just saw me and just decided they came to advise me and educate me about it. They were like, hey, don't put, and I didn't put hashtag Black Lives Matter because I had enough smart not to do that. But some people were doing that. They were putting up the black squares and doing hashtag Black Lives Matter, hashtag BLM. And it was blacking out all the visuals, the documentation of this period that we're having right now. And my wife came out. She was defending me because my wife is very articulate and whatnot. She's a beautiful human being and very intellectual. I'm just...
Dude, you and me are the same person. Like, anytime somebody comes at me online, babe, how do I say you're stupid? And she drafts it up like, all right, this is what we're going to say. These are the points we're going to make. Okay.
No, I woke up to the battle happening, and I didn't even know this war was happening. It wasn't even a war, an exchange of intellect. They were just both intellectually going back and forth. I wasn't even on Instagram because I'm not. But anyway, I made a conscious choice to, like, you know what? This was more like a music thing. I'm a comic. And I took down the black square. Even though I didn't need to take down the black square. And I didn't feel bullied. And there have been other people who have gone at certain people in a very bullyish way. Like, yo, you need to take down, you're being stupid. And I get it. There's a lot of emotion. That isn't what happened with me. I took down the square and I put down that video. I put up a video of like, this I think to me is more impactful. There's a little girl, 4 years old, in back of a cop car crying to her mom and telling her mom to calm down. And that if she prays to God, could she please pray to God because she really needs them right now. Until now, that video gets me emotional.
Right.
And but yeah.
Well, see, that's why I know we're going back and forth about doing the show today, but a lot of it, I like, number one, that we're having this conversation as comedians. I feel like we have that responsibility to talk about things. So before I end this show, because I want to end it on this clip that I found from Michael Chase special that's on Netflix. I'm going to give everybody the opportunity to plug their socials right now. Erin, where can people find you?
Oh, Instagram Darling with 4 H's, or a hot pizza ass on Instagram as well.
Make sure you go check out her podcast. Very funny, very entertaining. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you.
You don't need to get Orlando on. He's too much. The ratings won't be good. Hey, Suze, where can people find you?
Instagram, you can find me at Jesus the Comedian, and look up my stuff on YouTube. Just type in Jesus Sepulveda. I'm all over YouTube, and then I also, I'm one of the co-hosts of American Wannabes podcast.
Americans Wannabe podcast.
Make sure you check that out, Orlando.
Today, we're always here. Erin and Jesus are not always here, so. Today, man, hashtag Black Lives Matter, hashtag George Floyd, hashtag BLM, hashtag humanity, people.
Man, I should have let him go last, because now I'm going to feel like a bad guy if I plug anything.
Yeah. Of course not.
I guess I'm not going to plug nothing either, because we're here next week. So make sure
we'll be here next week, right?
But yeah, I wanted to end on this clip. It's again, like, I feel like it's our job to make these commentary on social issues. And I just, I thought Michael Che did such a great job on his special and really just hit it home with this. Here we go.
We can't agree on anything anymore. As a country, we just can't agree. We just fight about everything. We can't even agree on Black Lives Matter. That's a controversial statement. Black lives matter. Not matters more than you, just matters. Matters. Just matters. That's where we're starting the negotiations. Matters. You can't agree on that shit? What the fuck is less than matters? Black lives exist. Can we say that? Can we say, is that controversial? We always ask for the lowest common denominator. We ask for the lowest rights. Gays were fighting for equal rights. Equal rights. Could you believe that's an actual stance you can have? You can be for equal rights. That means there's people out there saying, I think everybody should have the same rights as everyone else. And there's other people like, nah, son, I disagree. I just don't think so. Black people was fighting for civil rights, not even equal. Just civil. Can we get civil? Can we get, I think, civil rights? Just be civil. Civil. Can we get civil? Turn the fucking hose off. Can we just get... They don't tell you Black lives don't matter. That's not what they say. That's not the argument. They hit you with that slick shit. Like, well, all lives matter. Really? Semantics? That would be like if your wife came up to you and was like, do you love me? And you were like, baby, I love everybody. What are you talking about? I love all God's creatures. What are you saying? You're no different. Why do black people always have to get over shit so quickly? Thanks, black lady. Right? Why do we gotta get over shit? Every time we bring some shit up. Slavery. Oh, that was 400 years ago. Segregation. Oh, you guys got Black History Month out of it. Come on, we gave you February. Police shooting. That was 2 weeks. Come on, you still? 9/11. Oh, never forget. That's why this September I'm getting a t-shirt that says all buildings matter. I want to see how that works. No? You want one?
So that was posted by another comedian, Adam Newman, because Michael Che apparently is not on social, but dude, that was years ago, and that's still such a topic that like it's still happening today.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
But we have a change coming our way.
Got a change coming, and as comedians, that's what we do. We talk about the stuff happening in society, and hopefully, make that change happen.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, with that, thank you guys so much for joining us. Again, make sure you guys follow Erin, Jesus, Orlando, and myself. You guys have been great. Stay safe out there.
Thanks for having me.
Bye, guys.